Hello, good morning everyone. My name is George Slackek and this channel is George Slackek, also known as
the one and only.
Yes, this is August the 22nd. Every month I do an unscripted vlog. Last night, Barbara and I were at a place where a crime was happening. That was West Edmonton Mall, where we had to go because if you remember in one of my videos, Barbara's glasses got crushed because she put them right underneath the trunk lid, and I happened to close it on her, so the glasses got crushed. Barbara needs a new set of reading glasses. So we've got a busy week this week, so we decided last night, it's a good opportunity, damn mosquitoes, to go there right away and get this done. So we did. Barbara paid for her glasses and everything. They were sent out to get the right lenses put in and whatnot. But what happened last night, we went to the dollar store to get a new watering can for the garden. Of course, they didn't have one. But then we were trying to go back to the car, which was through the mall, and it was actually, we had to walk through the area where all the restaurants are, back to the upper parking level. All of a sudden, there was an alarm going off in the mall, and a voice on the speaker system was saying something like, "This is not a drill, please shelter in place." But there was no information on what was actually happening. So we just went into the next best store along with a whole bunch of other people. And yeah, at first they just shut the doors on the store and we were hanging out in there, not knowing what was going on. Then after a few minutes, we were asked to leave the sales area and go into where the changing rooms are, because the storefront in the mall, it's all glass. Back there, we wouldn't be seen in case somebody was going around shooting in the mall. And that's what actually happened. There was a shooting in West Edmonton Mall last night around 8 o'clock. That's what I heard on the news this morning, because last night we never found out what was actually going on, except that there was a shooting. And, well, there were conflicting reports. Some people said, well, it was near the theater. Others said it's outside the mall. We really didn't know what was going on, but we had to hang out in this Guess clothing store for 2 hours. It wasn't so bad. I mean, we felt safe there and everything, but it is kind of weird when you don't know what's going on and how long you're going to be stuck there. So then about 10 o'clock, they let everybody out. We went home, still not knowing what exactly had happened, except that there was a shooting. No word on whether they caught whoever was shooting, who got shot. Word last night, and there's a short video where I'm saying that there were 2 people dead. This was the information we had received, which was probably speculation at that point, but there were actually 3 people seriously injured. They're all expected to survive, and according to the news this morning, they all knew each other, so it was a targeted shooting. And last night there are actually some comments on my channel that were downplaying this because it's a targeted shooting. The people that got into a shootout knew each other and there was no danger to the general public. Guys, give your head a shake, please. If there's a shooting in the mall, there is a danger to the public. There is a severe danger to the public. I mean, it's a mall, it's crowded. If you're shooting bullets in a mall, it could go anywhere. This is serious, guys. And this morning, I watched CTV News because you cannot find this on YouTube anywhere. There's probably something out right now, but on CTV News they said that police isn't commenting on it. They don't know. Nobody knows. Even the news stations don't know whether the suspect was apprehended or if he or she is still at large. Nobody from the police is available to comment on this. This is this morning, August 22nd, after this shooting incident happened last night. Isn't that a bit bizarre that the police will not comment on this? They said they'll provide an update in a couple of days. That's what I heard on CTV News, guys, in a couple of days. And that leads me to the next thing I wanted to talk about, because when we finally got home at around 10:30 p.m., I get out of the car, and off to the right of me, there's in the bush, hidden, there's a bicycle. It's not a bad bike. It's a giant mountain bike, probably not the latest or anything. But yeah, who parks a bicycle in our driveway? First thought on my mind is, well, this must be a stolen bike. Somebody just dropped it there because, I don't know, maybe they were trying to get out of there fast. Somebody was after them. They figured the bike wouldn't be found there, or who knows. It wasn't locked. It was just there. My first thing was go inside. My phone was dead. But yeah, I plugged in the phone, called the police. The non-emergency line. You know what that means, right? Yeah, 20 minutes on hold is what it means. Finally, I get to speak to an officer, a lady, and I told her what the situation was. We had a bicycle in our yard that I didn't know who it belonged to. I had already taken a couple of pictures of it while being on hold. So I got to talk to this lady officer, and I explained exactly what the situation is. We have a bicycle here that we believe is stolen, and it's a probably mid-range, higher-end bike. And you know what she told me? Well, she says, in the morning, bring it to the police station. And I'm like, pardon me? I have to bring this to the police station now? What if I have commitments in the morning? Basically what was on my mind was like, what are you guys there for? And I understand they're probably understaffed and everything, after, like, I'm telling you, I don't think Edmonton has enough police officers for the way the city has developed in the most recent couple of years, I guess. I don't think they're really doing such a great job neither. I told her, like, I'm not happy with the answer, but yeah, whatever, So then I went back outside because I thought, well, I don't want to leave this out there in my driveway. So reluctantly, I was going to put that in my shed. At the same time, kind of worrying that if it's in my shed and somebody you could put two and two together, right? When they dumped the bike off there wasn't a car parked there. So it was just an empty driveway. But now, all of a sudden, the car's parked there and the bike's gone. So what do you think? There's two sheds on the property. Yeah, if they were able to steal a bike, then most likely they'll be able to break into my shed. And that's exactly what I don't want. So, yeah, but finally then I went back outside, and surprise, surprise, the bike was gone. So whoever dumped it there came back and retrieved it, or some other thief showed up, which is not impossible, believe me, and just took it. Yeah, I got photos of this bike. I'm sharing them here. If this is your bike, I could definitely tell you where it was last night, but I don't know where it is now, unfortunately. Did I act in a wrong manner? I mean, we were kind of exhausted from the whole day, I had a busy working day and stuff, and then the incident at the mall where we should have been half an hour in and out, and it ended up being 2 hours, like just hanging out there with a bunch of people in the changing rooms. So Edmonton Police, I am severely disappointed with your services. I hope that things will improve again over time. Right now, In my mind, we do not have a police force. I found that out last year when my own pickup truck got stolen. I tried to report the incidents and it was almost impossible. It took half a day to report this to the police. And then, yeah, they filed a report and, they have all the information about the truck. And now we are almost 10 months later and there's no trace of the truck. I bet you there are the hundreds, maybe even thousands of other vehicles that disappeared in this time frame, and I'm really wondering how many of them get recovered. What happens to them? Where do they end up? Where's my truck? I mean, it's a big freaking F-150 with the long bed. There aren't too many of that around. The truck's 25 years old and in good shape. You would notice this thing, even with the canopy removed. You would notice this truck. It sticks out. So that's my question. Where is it? Is there anybody ever taking a look at the descriptions and like checking up on things? And to be honest with you, I mean, that would be a long shot even if we had a good police force, but I really don't think we do. They usually announce a big drug bust somewhere or whatever, or stolen goods bust. This happened several times over the past year where they recovered a whole bunch of stolen goods, or they busted some criminal operation and you see maybe a picture or two, but then you don't get any follow-up. You don't know if these people are actually punished, and I guarantee you they are hauled off to court and then released on bail. And they're free to do whatever they want afterwards. Like, see, I get a lot of comments on my channel where it's all about the politics. That the NDP is soft on crime. Can I remind you guys, I mean, whoever leaves these comments, that right now in the province we have a conservative government and it doesn't mean a thing. Yeah, I'm just saying that Edmonton right now is not the same as it was maybe even just 2 or 3 years ago. We have a elevated level of crime. We have shootings in malls now. That's it for August, guys. We had a good August, But anyhow, I'm leaving you with this. I hope you give this video a thumbs up. Leave me your comment. What do you think? Where you live, is this a normal thing that you get a lockdown at a mall because there's a shooting? A targeted shooting. Should we not worry because these individuals are gangsters and they're only targeting each other? And they're, of course, such excellent shooters that they would never shoot an innocent bystander. Give me a break. We're in a rough shape here right now. And I hate to say it, but the city needs to wake up, needs to put something in place that provides security for everybody.